Okay, so say you have a mod that you really like and it hasn't been updated. Well, this video is not going to go into the full process of that, but it's going to go into the very most important parts of updating any mod, and that's going to be adding the NM skeleton list node and the animgraph 2 list nodes, okay? Um, as well as updating these attachments, because that's the real reason why I'm actually here, so I can show you what we do to update the camera attachments to make them work with the new camera system that they added in the Old Gods New Blood update. So, in order to get your mod working for the latest versions, you gotta have the mod in your tools. Now, for every mod, you can decompile it, but when you decompile it, if you don't have the original source files, you're gonna have to recreate it using Blender. This video is not gonna go into that. Video is not nearly going. I'm just not in the mood to deal with that right now. But basically, you get the model in your tools, right? You get your model in the tools, you get the default model in your tools, and you get your reference model in the tools, right? So this is Drifter's compiled model from the game. Drifter ref. This is the exact file that the game uses when you know when it loads up Drifter. So this has all of the things you'll need. And the most important thing you'll need is right here in this panel right here in the attachments. Because what you got to do is you got to click on each attachment and you got to copy these numbers. So you click here basically, you copy, you just press Control C, you click the same place here and you press Control V and it pastes the new numbers or the actual numbers, right? So we can do this for all of these. Who is that in here? Is that my cat? Yeah, it's my cat. Okay. So we just do this. You don't have to do this for all of them. It's recommended that you do it for all of them, but if you don't want to do it for all of them, you can just do it on the ones that have actual camera attachments. So here down here we have all these. These are the ones that actually influence the game. So if we look in our attachment camera data, you'll see we have near, 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 far, 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 gun aim, gun aim, gun aim. So these are the only ones you actually have to adjust. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go in here, near, and a lot of the times it'll be the same. It's just the angles that are wrong, and that's what breaks the gimbal system. So you just got to make sure these are repaired. I don't know why. I don't know why Source 2 Viewer does this. Because it's like 90% there on most things, and then it doesn't extract skeletons properly, and it doesn't extract these properly. So you gotta fix them in post, basically. But once you've done all this, you'll be able to actually, believe it or not, have your camera system working. So give me just a moment here, paste all of these down. And remember, I'm not really good at making tutorials or editing videos anymore because I'm so fucking out of it nowadays that this is just not something I enjoy doing. But hopefully you can glean something valuable out of this. So we'll go down here, gun aim 2. Paste, make sure all of these are the same. They look the same. I don't know why these are like this, especially if they're just not changing when you add it. So now this is compiled. We can hit this. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like before I've done this. All right, so we're going to add in here is not in here, but in mods in Xenomorph. Select this folder. Here we go. And he doesn't have. Oh no, he does have his materials. So let's go in here. Add-ons. Pack 47. .vpk. Okay, and now let's just make sure this is actually outputting to my headphones before we open the game because it's gonna be really loud. So we're gonna open this, see what it looks like. I wanna know what the xenomorph looks like now that they gave him his four. Like I feel like they did this. They gave him back his four-legged run animation just for the xenomorph, bro. Like that's how I feel about this. It's like it's a match made in heaven. So here we go. Swap right here to the drifter.
Yo.
So you'll see the camera is centered.
Lights out.
Oh yeah, dude, that's fucking sick. Okay, so now we just got to go in and recompile. Well, we don't even have to do anything actually because we just did recompile it. So we go in here, asset, vmodel C, open folder. copy this to your mods, wherever you're compiling from. If you're just using the tools and you're not doing this with an actual dedicated mods folder like I am, then you just use the tools to compile everything into a VPK. Although the CFG doesn't, the one built into CS Win64 doesn't have a VPK compiler, so this is usually the method that you use. And as for these nodes, all you got to do is you look inside your default model. So we open Drifter, we go to the data tab, and we go all the way down here, and this is where you'll find these. This is all you add to your, so you add the default anim graph, you add the UI anim graph here. I have an extra one for the tail because this, the xenomorph's tail in this model is actually weight painted the same as Ivy's tail, and that's why there's two skeletons and two anim graph 2 lists. Now I don't think it does anything. It doesn't seem to do anything. So you don't have to do this. This is just what I'm trying out. Because clearly, if you open the game, it's not gonna do anything, right? The tail's not animated. So we're just gonna close all these. We're gonna make sure this goes in our mods folder down here. Xenomorph models. Here's Whip Drifter. Paste this. Overwrite. Once you know how to do camera attachments, they're really easy. They're really, really easy. It's just a tedious process that's dumb and not automated because of weird software things. It's just how it is. So you save this VPK, put this back in here, and now when we launch the game, he should have a fixed camera. Let's get this off my screen now. Okay. Let's close all this, get all this junk out of here. We don't need any of these. Take your time. No. Okay. Well, in this case, this is one of those cases where you just put all the you fix all the camera attachments. See, standing pivot, no, its orientation is wrong. Yeah. So this is just one of those cases where you got to fix literally every single fucking camera attachment on the hero, and that's so fun, right? It's so fun. You love doing that. Yep. Here we go. Let's sit here for the next 5 minutes doing this, and hopefully it'll work. So open you, drifter ref on the right, not this. That's the asset browser drifter on the left. So we're just gonna make sure all of you are correct, like ability cast and all this. Node editor and R. We did all these. It said standing pivot, crouching pivot. So these are also pretty essential to these, right? So the fact that I missed these, that's not right. That's not correct. So the fact that I missed these is kind of annoying, but not that big of a deal. See, like it's a different number, but it's like, really? Oh, I accidentally put weight in there. That's not right. And there is unfortunately no way to copy these because these don't have a node associated with them in here like these do. So you gotta, yeah, there's pretty much there's no recourse if you want to do it like that. You gotta do it manually, and it sucks. It sucks, and it's boring, and it's tedious. But you gotta do what you gotta do, because otherwise you get a centered camera, and nobody seems to like that. Weapon attach. Sure. Zipline. Here's your zipline. Okay. All right, now we'll recompile it. With the standing and crouching pivot, it should actually work now. We'll just copy this to our mods folder. After paste him in there. Close CS2. Reopen you. Create a new VPK. Add him in there. Save the VPK. Overwrite the VPK. Close S2V and Explorer. Reopen Deadlock. Now he should be fixed. Now, that's the center. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, see, standing and crouching pivot also have to be fixed, but there you go. That's how you get your camera working. That's prime lock. All right. Hey, thank you, Windows. So, hope you enjoyed. Hope you got something out of this, and peace out. Bye bye.